ready to get underway. Doug Sermons, Keith Kimball, and Kip Kissinger are the officials. And the tip controlled by Florida State.
Florida State is getting wide open looks. They're just not knocking them down early.
Tre Jones, the first bucket of the ball game for Duke. Dominic Olinichuk, the 7-footer, short with his first shot, and he hustles down to block. The try by Cassius Stanley. 18 points. The final minute of regulation in the 5 minutes of overtime. By himself, he outscored North Carolina by 2. There's a 3 for Cassius Stanley.
That's a great point, Allison. You know, you can't jump shoot your way to a win in this game. This is going to be won by the team that can get into the paint.
It's as balanced a team as you'll find in the country. They'd like anybody to step up right now. Tough shot, and it's made by M.J. Walker, the junior from Riverdale, Georgia.
He works so hard on the offensive end to get and keep his position.
Tough shot, and it's made by Trent Forrest.
To make this Florida State defense move before you attack it, and there's a difference.
Now Stanley down to 8 to shoot. They double carry again. He finds Stanley for the lay-in. Forrest in for Olinichuk, and he scores over Vernon Carey. Started his collegiate career at Drake, so this is stop number 3 collegiately for Olinichuk. Hurt tees up a 3. And he is emerging with each game. And then Jones had it blocked. Trent Forrest was part of the team there for Florida State. In transition, Walker fouled.
Our 2 guys in this game, Devin Vassell and Tre Jones.
Hurt steps back for 3.
Jump shot, and that's fake. He's got shot credibility. One dribble.
Ball movement by Duke. Joey Baker got some help from Alex O'Connell. A nifty baseline jumper. Goldwire drove into a crowd, lost the ball. Pull up floater. Nicely done. 6 points for Trent Forrest. It's in the game. 3-point shooting. Duke 4 out of 5. Florida State 0 for 5. And now they have a 3. They've had deep runs the last 2 years. Last year to the Sweet 16, lost to Gonzaga out west. 2 years ago, a heartbreaking loss to Michigan in the Elite 8.
And they're able to go on runs because they defend for 40 minutes.
Cassius Stanley had it blocked by Vassell, who runs the floor. One-on-one with Jones. Devin Vassell showing his talents.
Over 16 points and shooting just under 50% from 3. In fact, 50% over his last 4, 11 of 22.
Tre Jones the response. Outstanding size.
He's a first-round draft pick. What a play. That's beautiful by Trent Forrest to split the defenders, get all the way to the cup. Still, where I haven't done a game there in a few years, you sit below the court.
Which is what we see now at the Final Four every year, it seems, with these courts on stages. Players played big minutes under trying circumstances. Tre Jones finds Carey for the flush. It's a glass. Raekwon Evans tried to power his way. Jack White held his ground. Jordan Goldwire with a Olinichuk, and he scored around the 7-footer.
Duke pushing Florida State further out on the floor.
Vassell, they need it. They get it.
His jumper is very much like Larry Bird's used to be. Really impressive.
All alone underneath. Koprivica the dunk. Florida State struggled to shoot early. They've stabilized, and they are within 1. And Florida State trying for just its 2nd lead of the night. They led it 2-0, and they have it on the strong drive by Raekwon Gray, the redshirt sophomore from Fort Lauderdale.
The Seminoles have missed a few, and you know, talking about Duke's turnovers, some of the issues with the Duke turnovers have been they've been live ball turnovers.
Raekwon Gray, beautiful pass, and the dunk from Malik Osborne. Duke.
And the 7 teams shown they're really the only ACC teams that have a legit shot to make the NCAA tournament.
Anthony Polite, Devin Vassell. Now Williams again. Strong drive, and he banks it home over Jordan Goldwire. Cassius Stanley, Goldwire with the shot clock running out, buries another three.
Used primarily as a screener and then an offensive rebounder.
Tre Jones finds some room from the free throw line. He has 10.
So much more confident as an offensive player, and with those long arms has proven to be a really good mid-range shooter.
Devin Vassell backed him in. Fatigue is a problem for Duke, particularly Jones, who played 42 minutes. Terrible pass by Goldwire, and the dunk by Forrest to tie the game at 44.
Off the drive of Tre Jones on the right side.
Vernon Carey the miss, but Stanley there to flush it. Tre Jones scores with the left hand.
Players a little bit more room to drive and to cut.
Strong play there by Moore. Lowered his shoulder into the defender. Vassell for the tie.
Wow. That's a big-time shot by Devin Vassell. Duke trying to ice the ball screen, keep it on the left side of the floor.
Osborne down the lane, scoops it up and in. FSU by 2 with 8.5.
And it's hard to see him in there because the pressure on the ball has been so good.
Carey's 2 out of 4. He hasn't scored in the second half. Alex O'Connell has 2 to tie it up at 52 as we tick down to 8 minutes to go on the start of Big Monday. And the response by Raekwon Evans, junior from Billings, Montana, North Idaho College, first year playing for the Noles.
The last 3 games he's played even better than he did before. Wide open shot for Alex O'Connell.
He's heating back up, 2 for 2 from beyond the arc Saturday at Chapel Hill. And a long 3 by Malik Osborne. Vassell's made 1.
Vassell. Good pass.
Carey, they found him, and he finishes. Raekwon Gray off the mark. In transition. Plenty in the tank for Wendell Moore.
The horn set for Florida State. Pretty well defended by Duke.
And a nice floater in traffic by Vassell. 8 to shoot. Forrest spun away from Stanley and banked it home. It's his night. Trent Forrest with 18. Moore 1-1 on Vassell. Jordan Goldwire at the end of the shot clock rolls it in.
Well, what a game Jordan Goldwire has had.
2 clutch free throws by Delorier. 5-point game, 48 to go.
Really relying on your defense. There's a lot of time to give away.
Jones blocked. Good job by Duke to slow the advance. Williams floater off, tipped up and in with 3.4 to go. I believe it was Malik Osborne. Put Saturday night behind them, led through most of the game. Desperation heat almost went in for Vassell. And that's it.